Hello, my name is Steve Dubin. I'm your host of this interview, and I'd like to introduce Fern Davis Nissim, who is the author of the Little Red Ant books, with a new book that recently came out. And Fern, tell us a little bit about the new book and how it ties into the rest of your series.
Hi there. I'm so happy to be here today to tell you about my latest book. It's called Antiline's Community Circle. And the really cool thing about this book is that it's a how-to book. I'm just going to hold up the front cover so you can see it quickly. It's a how-to make friends. Basically, it's all about following up with the story of Antiline, the little red ant. Antiline, the little red ant, was a sad little ant when we first met her because she was in servitude. She had to work in the colony for the tyrant. Let me tell you, just to back up for a second and tell you how this all began, because I've written 3 books so far, and I'm very, very excited about telling you about it. Basically, my dad wrote a book for my children back in 1977, a long time ago, and asked me to do something with it. My kids loved it, but I didn't have a chance to do anything with it until recently. I decided to take the story and revamp it into a little rhyming story about a little red ant. It was all about freedom. He tried to tell the story of how his family came across Europe during a very difficult time and searched for freedom and all of the obstacles that they ran into on the way. Our little red ant runs into lots of obstacles also, but eventually she finds her freedom, and she's so happy to be there. That was the first book. It's called Antiline's Brave Adventure. The second book, I decided, was going to be a story about what happens to Antiline once she gets to where she wants to be. And the story is that she wants to find out more about herself and her family. We all have families, and we all have stories to tell about. So Antiline wanted to find out more about hers. So where would one go? Well, since these stories are based with little rhyming ends of ants, all about ants, she went, of course, to the ancestry. And there she met a guy called Taller Ant, and he told her all about her background, and she did a little research. At the end of it, she realized that the most important thing in the world was not so much learning about yourself, but learning about everybody. And in doing so, she decided to put together a community group or a community circle so that she could meet other ants and hear all about their story. After I finished the second book, I said, well, gee, Antiline did all this and she's found out so much about herself and everybody has a story. And since it's all about freedom and all about learning about yourself and learning about others and diversity and inclusion, I said, wouldn't it be great if Antiline and Tolerant put together a little how-to book of how to create a community circle? And that's really where I am today. I just finished a new book, and I hope you'll look it up online. You can find it at www.littleredantbooks.com. They're set up as conversation books, conversation starters. So whether it's for you, your grandchild, your kids, your neighborhood, your students in school, it's meant as a conversation starter because everyone does have a story and everyone needs to learn all about themselves and others. These books are dedicated to freedom, friendship, and community. I hope you'll check us out.
Thank you, Fern. We look forward to future books and to consuming these. Appreciate it.